So the first step, the very first thing that you want to do is before you sit down to write anything, and this is critical, you want to identify a specific challenge that you can help your audience fix. Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad Poor Dad, he said, "Inside every problem lies an opportunity," and that's really the way that you want to think here. The most important starting point in designing the content is to identify what is it that the audience really wants or needs to know. It does you no good to create great content if nobody cares about it, right? I'll give you an example. Like I'm a big fan of the hit TV show Shark Tank. I just love. I mean, especially when it comes on C-SPAN, I'll spend all Saturday in the background with this thing going on and listening to the old episodes. Um, every season, though, there are products that are pitched by guests who didn't follow this important first step. And in fact, I came across an article written by Linda Holmes. I'll link to it in the notes. But basically what she did was she highlighted just a few of these. This was actually an NPR article, and it was called, I think it was called Step Right Up. And among these silly products were, and I'll just kind of give you the list of some of them that were pretty funny. Um, one was pajamas for toddlers with dog toy squeakers in the knees. You know how you get the dog toys when the dogs kind of chew on the plushy toy, it squeaks. Well, I mean, these folks decided it would be a great idea to put those squeakers in the knees so that you wouldn't lose your baby, I guess. I don't know, but you wanted to be able to keep tabs on that newly mobile baby. I don't think that those folks actually took into account that those parents are start going to going nuts with that constant squeak, 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 squeak all over the house. Another pitch, by the way, was for a service that will it'll basically send you FedEx tags for your luggage to avoid airline bag fees. And basically to use this service though, I mean, you really have to plan ahead and so that you can, because they have to send you the tags to your home or to your business before, days before you go on your flight. So you have to kind of pre-plan this thing. And then you have to drop off your luggage at like a FedEx store, like the old Kinko stores. You have to drop off your luggage at one of those. Otherwise it's an additional fee if they come to your house. And oh, by the way, you're going to pay about $90 per bag to avoid the $25 airport fee. So maybe a good idea, but not practical in its rollout. Now I'll mention this third one just because it's so ludicrous, but it's really offensive. If you want to actually see what this one is, I'll kind of tell you. It's called the Euro Clubs. But I don't want to offend anybody. But basically, it's a golf club that I don't even know how to describe this thing without being offensive. It's a golf club that a person can use on the golf course to relieve himself, so he doesn't have to go to those pesky bathrooms. It was one of the most ridiculous things I think I've ever seen. Anyway, but those are actually real people invested real capital in designing these things, but didn't take into account that, hey, well, is somebody actually interested in that thing? So before you even start to write, before you start to design course content, before you start to create a post for YouTube or a video for YouTube, whatever it is, you have to start with, hey, what's the problem that a person who would be watching this, listening to this, reading this would have that I can help them solve? And if they have that problem and that problem is very common and you can help them solve that problem, then you probably are off to a good start.